creatures that feed on human blood and live among us. If I ask you a very simple question, in nature, which creature is the most dangerous? You would probably think of something big right away, a lion, a shark, or at least something with sharp teeth, claws, something that looks dangerous the moment you see it. We are used to the idea that danger must be something large. Big things are scary. Big things demand attention. But human history has a very dark sense of humor. The creatures that have affected human health and human lives the most are often so small that we barely bother to notice them. They do not chase you. They do not growl. They do not need to show strength. They do not need to run faster than you. All they need is for you to stay still, or even better, to fall asleep. And they need only one thing to survive: human blood. The strange part is that in most cases, when it happens, you have no idea at all. Today's story is not a horror story. It is not meant to scare you. This is a very ordinary story. A story about blood-feeding creatures that have lived alongside humans for thousands of years, quietly, persistently, and with remarkable adaptation. The first creature is one that many people have encountered, even if they would rather forget it. The first creature lives on your head, and it is extremely loyal. Its entire life is almost entirely devoted to one thing: your scalp. It does not fly, it does not jump, it does not travel far. It crawls, slowly, but endlessly. It lives close to the skin, moving between strands of hair. Its mouth looks like a tiny needle, not large, not frightening at first glance, but sharp enough to pierce the scalp and reach blood vessels. When it feeds, it is surprisingly considerate. It releases saliva that prevents immediate pain, so at that moment you go on with your day as usual. But a few hours later, the itching begins. First a light scratch, then harder, then scratching without even realizing it. A female can lay 6 to 10 eggs a day. These eggs cling tightly to hair, not the kind that simply fall off. That is why this creature rarely threatens life, but it is very good at causing sleepless nights, irritation, and prolonged stress. Prevention sounds simple. Keep hair clean, avoid sharing combs, hats, and pillows, especially among children. But once an infestation starts, patience is required. Special shampoo, careful combing, and washing bedding in hot water. There are no shortcuts. The second creature prefers silence. It lives in your bed. This creature has a very discreet lifestyle. During the day, you almost never see it. It hides in mattresses, bed frames, cracks in walls, places you never think to look. But when night falls, when the lights go out and when you are deeply asleep, it begins its work. It crawls out, finds exposed skin, bites, feeds for a few minutes, and retreats. Its saliva has a mild anesthetic effect. That is why you do not wake up. In the morning, you notice strange marks on your skin and wonder, what was that? The most disturbing thing about it is not the bite, but its ability to survive without food. It can go weeks, even months, without feeding and remain alive. It is not proven to transmit deadly diseases, but it is extremely effective at causing chronic insomnia, anxiety, and a sense of insecurity inside your own bedroom. Prevention requires more care than most people expect. Keeping sleeping areas clean, checking mattresses while traveling, and being cautious with secondhand furniture. Once it invades, washing bedding in hot water, thorough vacuuming, and sometimes professional pest control are necessary. The fourth creature is very small, but its jump is anything but. It can jump hundreds of times its body length. If humans could do the same, one leap would carry you across half a soccer field. It feeds on both humans and animals, moves quickly, and is difficult to control. Historically, it played a role in transmitting the plague, an epidemic that killed tens of millions of people. It sounds unbelievable, but many human disasters began with creatures this small. Today, thanks to hygiene and modern medicine, it is less terrifying, but it still causes skin inflammation, allergies, and infections. Keeping living spaces clean, caring properly for pets, and treating bites promptly are the best ways to avoid trouble. The fourth creature hardly needs an introduction. It exists everywhere. It is responsible for more human deaths than any other creature in human history. That statement often makes people pause, but it is true. Only the female feeds on blood, because blood provides the protein needed to develop eggs. Every bite carries the risk of transmitting diseases such as dengue, malaria, Zika, or encephalitis. It exists everywhere. Cities, rural areas, almost nowhere is free of it. A tiny bite can sometimes lead to consequences lasting years. Prevention is well known, but requires consistency. Eliminating standing water, sleeping under nets, wearing long sleeves, and using repellent. Most bites only require cooling and anti-itch treatment, but fever or unusual symptoms should never be ignored. The fifth creature is defined by patience. It does not rush. It attaches to human or animal skin and can remain there for hours, even days. During that time, it feeds on blood and can transmit serious diseases. The problem is that you often don't notice it until your body begins to react. Prevention means wearing protective clothing in forests, using repellents, and checking skin after outdoor activities. When found, it must be removed properly and the wound disinfected. The sixth creature frightens many people not because of danger, but because of the sensation. It lives in forests, streams, and damp environments. Unlike mosquitoes, it doesn't strike quickly and leave. It waits. When the opportunity comes, it attaches firmly to the skin. Unlike many blood feeders, it does not bite and retreat. It clings tightly and feeds for a long time. During this process, it releases powerful anticoagulants. That is why the bleeding continues even after it detaches. Many people notice that the wound bleeds longer and is difficult to stop. It rarely threatens life, but the feeling of invasion is very real, especially when it attaches to sensitive areas. Poor wound care can lead to infection. Prevention is simple. Wear boots, long pants, and avoid direct contact with muddy or wet environments. When attached, never pull forcefully. Salt, alcohol, or heat will cause it to release naturally, followed by proper disinfection. The seventh creature feeds on blood and transmits Chagas disease. It's a nocturnal insect, quiet and difficult to detect. It usually bites people while they sleep, often on the face, where skin is thin and blood vessels are close. The danger is not the bite itself. Many people barely notice it. The real threat lies in the parasite it transmits. Chagas disease progresses very slowly. For years, even decades, there may be no clear symptoms. Meanwhile, the heart and digestive system are gradually damaged. Many people discover the disease only after severe, irreversible organ damage has occurred. This silent progression makes it extremely dangerous. Prevention depends on improving housing conditions, sealing cracks, keeping living spaces clean, and using bed nets in risk areas. Early testing is crucial for effective treatment. The eighth creature is called the tsetse fly. It lives mainly in parts of Africa and transmits African sleeping sickness. When it feeds, it can introduce parasites directly into the human body. These parasites attack the central nervous system. At first, symptoms may seem mild: fatigue, headaches, or low fever. These signs are easy to dismiss. Over time, however, the parasites disrupt the sleep-wake cycle. The patient becomes constantly drowsy, confused, and may eventually fall into a coma without treatment. What makes this creature dangerous is not aggression, but silent progression. Avoiding affected areas, wearing long, light-colored clothing, and using repellent are the best preventive measures. Early medical treatment can save lives. The ninth creature is called the chigo. It is one of the most disturbing parasites, not because of size, but because of how it enters the body. The female burrows directly into the skin, usually on the feet, under nails, or between toes, and remains there to lay eggs. The body reacts with swelling, pain, and inflammation. Without timely treatment, the area can become necrotic or severely infected. In poor communities where people walk barefoot, it can cause prolonged pain and even disability. Prevention is simple but highly effective: wearing closed shoes and maintaining foot hygiene. Removal must be done with sterile tools, followed by proper disinfection. Severe cases require medical intervention. The 10th creature lives in the most intimate places. It is a parasite evolved almost exclusively to live in coarse body hair. Its shape looks like a small crab, with strong claws designed to cling tightly to hair and skin. It feeds on blood multiple times a day. The bites are not extremely painful, but they cause intense and persistent itching. Beyond physical discomfort, it often causes psychological distress. People feel embarrassed, anxious, and stressed, even though it is a treatable medical condition. Prevention involves good personal hygiene, avoiding shared personal items, and practicing safe sexual behavior. Treatment requires medication, thorough washing of clothing and bedding, and treating close contacts to prevent reinfection. In the end, if there is one lesson from this story, it is this: the most dangerous creatures are not always the largest ones. Sometimes they are the ones living closest to us, unnoticed. Science is not meant to make us afraid. It helps us understand, prevent, and protect ourselves. And very often, the greatest danger is already right beside us.